I'll go here. I think I misplayed this. Rook there. Oh wait, no, I have rook h2 and bishop e6. Yes. Oh yes, I have rook h2. That's how. Yeah, I go here and bishop e6. I have 33 seconds, so I'm gonna have to actually probably be fast here. I'm gonna have to be really fast. Yeah, Fabiano, Wesley, I mean everybody's playing this. Actually, look at the Americans. There are a bunch of Americans. Okay, we're playing the good old VD. I'm gonna get back to playing knight f3, just standard nonsense. Again, VD, I'll have to play it a little bit different. Yeah, Levy's not playing. He's not top 100 in the world. It's only available for top 100. I know you're trying to debate me, but yeah, it's yeah, this tournament is top 100. That's it. All right, I should minimize everything again. It should be an emote. Why didn't mods put it in emote? Come on, mods. Okay, I'll do it myself. Yeah, let me minimize everything again. Gotta put an emote. Play okay, I'm gonna play d3 here. Let's go g3 here. Of course, pretty standard stuff so far. Let's look at 95. I'm gonna play the same 95 97 stuff that I did against Pistol Peter. Just trade, go 92, play e4 and go c4 too. I basically keep both of the pushes in the center available. Now e4 is the logical move here. But it leads to an end game that I'm not so thrilled by, so I'm gonna play super slow with e3 and queen e2 here. Just gonna go queen e2 next with maybe rook d1. His knight on d7 f6 isn't great actually, because if he tries to push on the queen side, the knight's very far away. Normally when you go b5 you want like a knight b6. You go queen e2, of course. Probably just rook d1 and knight f3. It seems pretty standard so far. Now again, I want to go e4 in one push, but the problem is if I go e4 in one push, he just trades and goes rook d8. So that's why I need to prepare it first. So like rook d1 and then e4 here. Again, trying to play against this bishop on h7, which is not great. It's not terrible either, but it's not great. I'll go e4, of course. The music down a touch. Still should be marginally better for white. Also, it's a little bit annoying because like in a 10-0 game, like Vidit's already down a minute on the clock and he doesn't have obvious moves, whereas my moves are still somewhat free flowing. So that's a large part of when you play these sorts of systems, what you're aiming for is the free flow. All right, he goes b5, which is pretty committal. I guess he's assuming that he's I don't like b5. Doesn't feel like the right move here somehow, but I have to find a good continuation. It's not so simple as just playing a move now. I mean, I can play rook a2 and try to stack. It doesn't look right. Bishop c3 doesn't look right. Takes doesn't really look right. c4 actually looks like a pretty reasonable move, but it's also very, very committal, and I kind of don't want to be that committal this early in the game. What are the other options, I guess? Really want to go knight f3, but I don't think I can. I don't want to go e5. c4 is so committal, but it might be a reasonable move. It's very, very committal though. Don't really like it. I think I'm just gonna play a quiet move. I'm just gonna play a quiet move here. I'm just gonna basically ask VD what he's doing. I still can always go knight f3 later, and I just create some Lufthansa for my king here. Maybe later on in the endgame I push these pawns to play against the bishop, so it's just prophylaxis. I mean, he does have bishop b4, but I can always take f6 then and move the knight, so strange position. Also, knight d7 isn't really a great move because then there's probably some problem with the bishop on e7. Goes rook c8. Okay, now that's a move that I also don't really like by VD. It doesn't feel right somehow. Like, I guess he wants to go b4 if I provoke him. I mean, f4 is actually, f4 is an interesting move, but I think I'm just gonna go here. I'm just gonna keep asking him what he's doing. Eventually I think I'm gonna play f4 and e5, but he doesn't really want to loosen it. Like b4 is very committal, takes is probably not great, so it's a little bit tricky for black in terms of how you're supposed to play this here. Okay, we have a draw between Raunak and Dubov already in round 2, so we already have some draws. See what he's gonna do. Also, I can maybe go rook a2 to guard and potentially prepare exchange maybe on b5, although I don't always love that idea. See what's gonna do. Oh, he does go b4, so he does go for the committal line. Very interesting choice. Okay, I guess I go here. Now I'm definitely gonna play c3 or c4. It's just a question of what he's doing. I mean, maybe c4 is better. It's a much more explosive move. Again, I don't love this though for black. I feel like he's misplayed this somehow. It doesn't feel quite right, because he's creating this weakness on a5 after n peasant, and this bishop is always targeting the pawn. Like, I just doesn't look quite right to me somehow. I think Vidit's misplayed this just a touch, because this is always weak. He closed the diagonal. Like if the pawn was on c6 and the bishop had scope, it would be great, but the pawn on c5 and the bishop behind it, it doesn't look right to me. It just doesn't feel right somehow. I'm sure black is still okay, but it doesn't feel right, because now this pawn is weak. Both bishops are bad. Both these black bishops are kind of bad. Bishops behind the pawn on c5, bishop on h7 isn't great, and d4 is a terrible move, because then I just go back and I take the outpost, and if he trades I take it. I mean, I think in an endgame my bishop is always eyeing this pawn. Feels kind of wrong. I think Vidit's made a slight mistake. I don't know if it's like severe or not, but it feels wrong. Okay, I guess I'll go here, because now I'm again trying to put the pressure on the juicer. I can move the knight and hit a5. I could have gone rook b1 too, maybe, but then rook b1, he had queen a6. That I think was his actual idea, go queen a6. Now I go here. Again, I'm really trying to squeeze him on the clock now as well. I'm trying to squeeze him on all sides. Okay, queen a8's a good move that I actually kind of forgot about, so I'll go back, obviously trade. Okay, it's gonna go bishop queen here. Is queen takes a threat? It's not, because I have knight c4. So queen takes d3 is not a threat. Then I should have time for another move, but the question is, what is that move? Is it takes and knight c4? I mean, maybe it's just, I don't know. Bishop a1 looks wrong. Knight f3 looks wrong. Do I have an improving move is the question. f4 is a move, doesn't look right. Bishop e5 doesn't look right. There's got to be an improvement here somehow. What is my move? Knight b1, c4, bishop takes a5, rook e8, bc4, dc4. Maybe some edge, but not much probably. dc4 and then b4, maybe b4. But knight b1, he also can go rook a8. That's the other problem. Knight a3, c4, knight b5, cd3, knight c7. Still looks like a reasonable move. We can trade and go c. No, he trades and goes c4. That can't be right. How do I improve? I could take a draw. I mean, obviously a draw is a fine result here, but I don't want to take the draw. My instinct says I should have more. Just my instinct. I can play bishop f1 and f3 maybe, but I don't want to do that. I'm letting my time get too low now, so it's not easy. And a draw is a completely fine result, but it doesn't feel, I feel like there's more here. So if I feel like there's more in the position, I really kind of want to play on. But I don't see it. Okay, let's go for it. I'm gonna play f4. I'm gonna go for it. This might be very risky, but I want to kind of maybe go f5 here and close the door. We'll see. Either it's a great choice or a horrible choice, because bishop f1, queen a8, we would have just made a threefold. Okay, I think actually maybe f4. He might have had d4 and some queen d3. He goes rook b8. Now my idea was to play something like f5, maybe bishop e5 too. f5 takes, ed5. f5 is so committal though. It's like too committal. And I'm running out of time again. f5 d4. Oh, I can also trade and take. Maybe I just realized maybe I can trade, but that can't be right. Okay, I really need to focus now. Oh, let's just go for it. This might be bad, but let's go for it. I'm getting low on time and I don't want to make the draw. It's either a great move or a horrible move, but we'll see. It's one or the other. Also, my king shouldn't be on h2 here. It should be on like h1 or g1. My king's also on the wrong square. No, I think I'm a little bit too aggressive in this game. I think I should have taken the draw, just my instinct. We'll see. Oh, he takes. Wait, what? I thought d4 was just winning for him. Wait, so I take. Wait, this is kind of bizarre actually. Why did he do this? I mean, maybe it's still good for black, but I thought d4 and ef5 with bishop d6 was just winning for him. I mean, obviously I'll look after the game, but we'll see. Because now his bishop is trapped again, but now he's got a pawn in front of the bishop. If he can get f4, he's fine, but not a guarantee that he'll be able to get that. Well, I guess he can just play it next move after he guards the bishop or something, but still. Yeah, bishop f8, I kind of expected. I thought I had bishop e5 maybe. Let's go here, hit the rook. Because if he goes rook e8, I'll sack my queen for the 2 towers. This doesn't look right though by VD. Okay, he goes rook b4. Now again, I can probably play bishop c3 and make a draw. I do have bishop c7. No. Okay, let's see. And if I take, he just takes. Knight c4 is, I mean, bishop c3, rook b8, and we do the dance again. It's a draw. What do I do? d6, bishop d6, bishop f6, and knight c4. Probably not enough. We go here, and it's probably just going to be a draw. I guess he goes back, and I have to come up with a move here, which might not exist. Knight c4, knight d5, bishop a5, rook e8, queen f2 maybe. Wait, yeah, very sharp. But I've already been playing in the spirit of that way, so let's just go for it. I've already been playing in the spirit of not wanting to make a draw, so I might as well keep going with it. I'll take rook e8, queen f2. I mean, it's still very, very sharp. Go here. Knight e3, I just take and go back to c4. Knight's under attack. There's knight b4. Logical. Hits the pawn on d3. I do have d4 maybe. I can also maybe go bishop c7. Actually, bishop c7 looks kind of nice, although maybe not. If I take rook b4, I think this is still good. I'm gonna go here. I'm not really worried about these central pawns because I have an outside winger that goes up the board. Bishop is still locked behind the pawn wall. Okay, but now I think it's starting to get a little bit scary. Now I can go. Wait, do I go knight e5? Yeah, I think I go here because now I have a fork. Now I have bishop d5 and bishop f7 too. Like, this is getting very sharp suddenly. Maybe not suddenly. Actually, wait, takes. I also have knight d7. Wait, this is getting very sharp. Yeah, Vidit's thinking here because I think he realizes this is actually kind of scary now. But I have to think too on his time, so I have to come up with the right continuation. That's f4, which is very f4 bishop c4. Aha, I have bishop c4 there. I have bishop c4. Yeah, so he takes. Of course, I go here to hit the rook. And it's very sharp, so I guess I go here. And then I'm gonna take the pawn next move, of course. Now I take, and now I take. F4, I go bishop c4, I hit the queen, and then I have knight f7. I mean, I don't actually know if that's winning, but this... Wait, but now I go here. He resigns. Knight f7. GG. Yeah, GG. Sheesh. All right, we got to win. 2 up, 2 down. And that's game over. That's just GG's on the spot. Insta win. Once again, there is no prize, by the way, for finishing first in the qualifier. The prizes are all in the final 8. So again, not really a big deal in terms of where you finish. You just have to finish in the top 8. That's it. Yeah, we're gonna win. He's gonna resign here. Good job. All right. Okay, Vidit's still thinking. I'm surprised he doesn't just resign. I mean, he just obviously blundered this. I just go knight check. Go here, threaten checkmate on e7 and e8. There's just nothing you can do. Checkmate. There we go. Quick win. All right, you guys, gonna take a short break. Go use the restroom before the next game. It's getting pretty tricky. So I'll be right back. Take a short break, and we'll keep rolling right along. What do I do against Wesley? I think I'm gonna actually play. I'm gonna play against Wesley. I kind of want to play because I figure I should qualify. I mean, we could make the Berlin draw, of course, but I kind of do. I want to play. I think I'm gonna play today. I want to see what I want to make Wesley show something, basically. Where is Wesley? Okay, he is here. Okay, so all right, I guess I'm just gonna play standard. What he wants to do? Okay, he wants to play Queen's Gambit declined. Okay, I'm gonna play the classic old school line. Let's go here. Play a good old Lasker variation, maybe. Oh, he takes on c4. Interesting. So he wants to do a different line. Normally Wesley just castles against me here, and we make a draw. E4 is kind of a move, but I'm just gonna keep it very slow here with e3. He's gonna play c5 again. Very dry. Can trade the queens. Not very exciting. I mean, nothing in the Queen's Gambit decline is very exciting, to be honest, but yeah, nothing is very exciting, honestly. So okay, let's trade. Let's play an end game. Probably nothing special, but maybe I'll get something. Pretty unlikely, but maybe. Okay, we trade. He goes knight d7, which allows c6. Wait a sec. Whoa, wait a second. I also have knight b5. No, knight b5 he just castles, I guess. So knight b5 is not good. It feels a touch iffy somehow, but I don't know how to actually prove anything here. I guess I'll just go here and take. Oh, knight d2, knight c4 is maybe kind of interesting as well. Rook b8, I just go rook d2, of course. Not very exciting, you know, either way. Also, he has knight b6, knight d5. There goes rook b8, so I guess I go here, guard the pawn. It plays knight d5, which is kind of interesting. I mean, I can obviously trade. I can also go, well, no, bishop g3 is rook b4, which would be, I think, unpleasant. So my instinct is that I should just trade, I guess. We'll go. I do have knight, wait, no, knight d4, he has knight e5. So okay, let's just go knight e2. I don't know if this is the right move either. Maybe I should put the knight on d1 or b1, potentially, but we'll see. At any rate, very slow middle game. Not much happening. My instinct is that knight e2 is wrong. Just my gut instinct is having, after playing it, it feels slightly wrong. I'm not even sure why, but it just doesn't feel right. Yeah, he goes there. I'll go here. I mean, he can go c5, c4, but then I just castle and move the bishop back to c2. Again, this knight should probably not be on e2. Just my instinct. Yeah, my instinct. Yeah, this knight shouldn't be here because I need bishop e2. And now if I go, I guess I go b3 maybe. I guess I go. Well, wait. Okay, I should actually think for a second so that I don't get into trouble here. If I play a3, he trades. Bishop a6, very drawish. b3, rook d8, bishop b1, bishop a6. Yeah, this is just not very exciting. I do have a3 there. Okay, I think I'll just play b3. I also can maybe go bishop e4, but we'll see. I'm still very balanced here. So, okay, yeah, he goes rook d8, which I expected. And now I have to figure out, do I play bishop e4 or do I go bishop b1? Both are playable. Bishop b1 makes more sense because I have a3 later on. Yeah, I think this is the right one. Because I think I have a3 here. My idea is a3 and the knight d4 and knight e5 and try to really go after this pawn on c6. Maybe now the knight on e2 actually makes sense. Because now I have knight d4. Okay, does it anyway. The question is, do I trade or not? This is also a big question. If I trade and play a3, trade a3, knight d5, knight e5, bishop b7, knight d3, knight d4, rook c8. Question is, do I go a3 first? 3. a3, knight d5, knight d4, rook c8, knight e5, bishop b7, castle c5, knight b5 maybe. Yeah, looks pretty dry though. Yeah, I don't want to use too much time here actually, because yeah, that would be a bad thing. Okay, let's see. So if I play a3, knight d5, knight d4. No, that can't be right. Rook d8 looks like the right. Rook d8, a3. Knight d4. Oh man, knight d4, c5. But trade or play a3. That's the only question. My instinct is that a3 probably is the right move, though. My instinct. I'm gonna trust my instinct and go a3 here. I guess probably what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go knight e5, knight e2, and probably this will just be a draw. We'll go c4 at some point. We'll trade pawns, and it's gonna be a draw. It'll be like knight e5, knight e. Oh, I guess I shouldn't say moves, but it's gonna be a draw. I'm pretty confident. I guess I'll pre-move king takes. I did not actually expect that, to be honest. I thought that was a mistake. I thought knight d5 was better. I'm actually wait, what? Can't I go knight d4? Wait, whoa, wait a second. Did Wesley just blunder? Wait, I think Wesley just blundered. Oh wait, he's still a c5. It's actually still probably a draw. Unless I have some magic. Nah, it's actually still probably a draw. I thought he blundered for a second, but I can't take with the knights of e5, so I take with the pawn, and then this is just very drawish. Unless I can go maybe I can go e4 and try to play on. Kind of dangerous to try and play on here a little bit, but I kind of want to. e4, d3. Yeah, let's just play on. I don't think I can lose this position, even if he gets f6 e5, so I always have knight h4, since he weakened the structure. So he gets f6 e5, my knight jumps because he can no longer push g6. So let's try. This probably doesn't work, but it looks interesting. It looks interesting enough. If he goes d3, I can play rook c1 and like rook c7 or rook c5. He does f6, which I didn't think was the right move somehow. I thought I have knight h4 here. Wait a second. Rook a1, rook c8, c7, knight h4, d2. He has g6. I guess he's just in time. Maybe I can even go here though. Bishop c2. Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to go rook a1 here. When he goes d3, I go back, and he creates a long-term weakness on d3. Probably he'll go bishop b5. That's my guess. But I think I have some play. I think I definitely have some chances here now. Should still be a draw with perfect play, but I feel like I'm going to get chances to win this. I shouldn't really be able to lose, which is also important in terms of playing on, because if there were chances to lose this game, then I probably would just take the safe route out. But I think here I can only draw or win. So we'll see. I'm definitely gonna go rook a1. Question is, does he go bishop b5? I mean, d3, bishop b1, e5, like rook c1, rook c3, and takes looks very, very scary for black. Very scary. He does it. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see what he's gonna do now, because like this is kind of scary. I mean, I can go king e3 and even knight d2 and try to win this pawn. Little bit surprised at Wesley playing this, actually. Like, more than a little surprised. Very surprised. This looks legitimately scary for black now. He goes rook d7. Now, first I can go king e3, but I can also go like rook c1. Yeah, I think I go rook c1. I have rook c5. I have rook c3. Not so sure I understand the way Wesley's playing this. Okay, he goes g5, which makes a lot of sense. Now, I do have knight e1. Wait, knight e1. And then what? I think I just win the pawn. Am I blind here? Because rook d4, I have check and take. Yeah, I had a feeling that I was going to get winning chances, and now I think I am legitimately going to get winning chances. Very strange play by Wesley. Rook d4, I go rook c7, I take, and then I take d3. I mean, he's down on time as well, so everything is in my favor here. So if Wesley's going to draw this, he's going to have to be very, very precise now. I mean, I guess he has something like f5 maybe. f5 takes and e5 to go e4, but again, even this looks wrong. Even this looks really wrong. Wait. So takes e5, f3, knight d5. So yeah, so I get the so if I take, you want, okay, wait, take e5. e5, b5, bishop b7, f3 looks good. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm gonna take, of course. Oh, oh, I did not expect that. Oh, that caught me by surprise. He wants knight d5 in an endgame. Okay, now that makes a lot of sense. But I do have rook c5 here to go b5. Wait a second, I have rook c5 to go b5. Still probably a draw, but question is, how do I get the best potential to win here? Knight d3 is a pretty decent move too. Very hard, very, very hard to figure out what my move is. Knight d5 takes knight d5. No, but f4. Which endgame do I have the best winning chances? Is what I'm trying to figure out. Rook e1, king. Okay, it's rook c5 or I take on d3. Bishop d3, trade, knight d5. e1, king d6. That's not winning. So bishop d3 is just a draw. So knight d3 is the other option. Knight d3 takes. Knight d3, knight d5, knight c5. Knight d3 takes. Knight d3 feels right, but knight d3, f4, rook c5 maybe. I'm gonna go with this one. I don't know if it's right, but what? Wait, what? Don't. Oh wait, no, he's got rook d. Wait, did Wesley just? Okay, I'm really confused by everything that's going on. Just takes. Wait, okay, Wesley's actually really confused me with his moves suddenly. I'm really confused. I feel like he's blundering. Take. I'm just up a pawn in an endgame here. I mean, maybe black can still draw, but I mean, I am just up a pawn. The question is, okay, I think Wesley's just trying to be safe now. He's just trying to, let's go here, create the wooden shield, dominate the pony. It's just a wooden shield. Still gonna be very hard to win this though. Like very, very hard to win. Maybe I should have checked on rook h7. That was probably a better try to do that first. I feel like an idiot though for thinking for a minute on that last move. So I was like, I thought Wesley was trying to do something, and then he plays the wrong move instantly. It's very upsetting when that happens. Okay, it goes there. Wait, okay. C4 maybe. Wait. Rook C8 is also a move. Kind of like Rook C8. I want to go after the H pawn basically. I have a feeling this is wrong though. Just instinctively, it feels slightly wrong. I feel like I've let Wesley get too much counterplay here. Have to be careful because of the time situation here. That's the biggest issue I have. But I think if I had like more time, I suspect this is technically winning. Idea is Rook H8 here. I mean, I wanted to go Rook H8, but I thought I could go King C5, and that's why I'm trying to play King D4 first to create a little wrinkle in the position. Again, this bishop dominates the knight, which is very, very important in this endgame. It goes there. So, I mean, of course I go here and take. I mean, this should be winning somehow, but go here. I'm trying to angle with Rook H7. Knight D3. I think King... Check. I think I misplayed this somehow. Although, no, wait, I have Rook A7. Which one? Rook G7 looks too risky. Yeah, I think I have to go here and take. This king is so passive that, I mean, I don't know if this is actually winning, but it feels really, really close to winning. If I take, of course. There. I mean, I can obviously check again. You can also go Rook B5, maybe. Let's go here. I mean, the knight is kind of dominated. I'm dominating the knight here. Like, this looks very, very scary for black. Knight A2. Wow, what a move. Okay, I'll check him. I'll force the king back, of course. I think bishop F5 might be winning, just winning here, but I need to figure it out. Okay, 3 knight C1. Okay, let's see. Bishop F5 takes king there. Rook E2. 2. 7 king E8. I think bishop F5's got to be winning, but I don't see the win. Okay, his knight's boxed in the corner. 3 knight C1 and Rook G3 maybe. No, that looks wrong. Bishop F5, knight C3 though. Let's go back. Maybe I play H3 and then G4. That maybe I just delay. I think that's actually how I do this. Yeah, I think I just delay with H3 and G4. Okay. This should be winning though. It feels like this is winning. I just have to find the right sequence to trap the knight in the corner. I have to be careful though because it's the wrong color bishop. Okay, wait. Now I go here. I don't know what knight A2 does. Wait a second. Okay, let's go. Go here. Ah, that was a bad move by me. Yikes. Terrible move. Wait, that was a terrible move. I still should be winning, but that was an awful, awful move. Okay, wait, but maybe I can trap the knight. Wait, king C4, knight C2. Go here. I have to be fast now. Maybe I just run the king in. Actually, this should be fine. I'll run the king in. How do I not have a... I guess I'm just gonna have to take and bring the king back. How's there no win? E8, Rook C8. Oh, I have Rook C2. No, wait, Rook C2, he has knight D5 at the end. Shoot. go here. I think I misplayed this. Rook there. Oh wait, no, I have rook h2 and bishop e6. Yes. Oh yes, I have rook h2. That's how. Yeah, I go here and bishop e6. I have 33 seconds, so I'm gonna have to actually probably be fast here. I'm gonna have to be really fast. He's gonna try to save it. There we go. 30 seconds. I should win this. Yes. Woo! Another win. There we go. Another win. Oh man, tough. All right, round number 6. I guess let's go or not go. Okay, here we go. Stick to our routines, just the regular openings. Same old. Let's see, will he play d5? Will he play g6? Which structure? He goes c5. Interesting choice. I'll play here. He goes knight c6. I guess e3 must be the right approach now with d4. I could have played g3, done the double fianchetto, but I think when I played g3 queen c7, I just got absolutely hammered by Ding Loren, so I'm not going to do that again. Bishop f6 was also kind of an interesting move, but not a move that I really want to play there. See what he does here. I mean, queen c7 is obviously a move. E6 is a move. So many options for black here. A lot of options. Plays e6 logical, so I trade. Bishop e2 is obviously correct. I'm gonna go c4, and then I have to figure out, do I want to play knight c3 or knight d2 is the big question. Goes c3, which I don't understand at all. I still just go c4. I mean, you can obviously check, but I'll just block with a bishop. Like, it's the exact same position, except we have one more move being played. So now the question is, do I go knight c3 or knight d2? Both options are fine here. I'm gonna go knight d2 and just castle. Keep it simple here. Nothing too crazy, too off the beaten path, because knight c3 d4 can kind of get somewhat sharp. Just castle. If d4, I'll trade and go knight f3 or c5 maybe as well. Can also trade on d5. Maybe I should just trade it right away, but so be it. Goes queen e7. Okay, logical. So trade. I mean, rook c1 is reasonable. Queen c2 is reasonable. I guess I'll play rook c1 here. Probably I'm going to play knight f3 next move. Just my guess. Depends what he does, though. Yeah, he does this, which I don't actually love so much. My bishop should actually be on d3 here, so I feel kind of stupid. I mean, maybe I just go bishop b. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go here to go bishop c6. And if he plays rook c8, I just go queen e2 and keep this very, very flattish, very dry. Nothing very crazy here. Plays rook d8, which is interesting. I mean, I guess I'll just go queen e2 here, because now d4 I take. I actually don't like rook d8 because I feel like I have bishop a6. I feel like I have bishop c6. I maybe don't like is too strong of a word, but I feel like the position's, I don't feel like black really can ever claim to be better here, and I thought he was trying to get something more advantageous than this, but we'll see. So what he's gonna do here. I mean, bishop c6, bishop a6 are ideas. Goes to e4, which I'm kind of surprised to see, to be quite honest. I'm actually very surprised by that move, because now I can go knight f1 and knight g3. I mean, I understand the idea that bishop a6 he can trade and go for some classic sack, but Huh. Interesting choice. I actually don't like the way that Nodirbek is playing this, actually. I have to say. Okay, I'm gonna go here and trade. I really don't like the way Nodirbek is playing this. He's created this big weakness on d5 and an outpost on d4. This doesn't feel quite right. I'm sure a computer probably still says he's fine, but it feels a little bit iffy to me. So if he doesn't get to push this pawn, I'm not really sure how he's equal. Very strange choice to play bishop e5. I kind of wonder if he actually, if Nodirbek just forgot that I don't have to trade. Trades knight f1 d4 black's very much in the game. But the way that I did it here, I mean, I feel like white should just be better. If I get the knight to e2 and d4, I'm definitely better. He plays h5, logical. I do have knight g3 here. Wait, knight g3, I guess he's going to go g6 or something. I'm still very skeptical about this whole approach. This doesn't feel right to me instinctively, but I have to prove it still. I'm going to trade and go here. Because now if he trades, I'm fine. If he goes to a8, I mean, his bishop is stuck in the corner, and it doesn't really look right. I mean, h4, I go h3. If d4, I just trade and take a7. I mean, I should just be better here, unless I'm insane. Because knight g4, I have h3. Knight guards the h2 square. No mate threats. Seems somewhat suspicious to me. My untrained eye, it feels like this could get really bad for black. See what he does here. Doesn't look good for black though. Doesn't feel right. Goes rook d7. Very reasonable move. Okay, I guess I mean, h3 is obviously a move. Rook c6 makes a lot of sense here too. I guess his idea is d4, so I have to find some way to prevent d4. And rook d4 doesn't look right. I really need somehow to get knight e2 h3 takes, and it's probably playable, but it doesn't look right. I'm just gonna go h3 here. Create some lift for the king here. Pressure on a7 maybe long term. Again, we'll see if it's actually good or not. Maybe I should have just gone rook c8 right away, but I can't be in trouble here, so that's a good thing. I can only draw or win this game, and that's exactly what you want. That's exactly what I want here. Trying to force in d4. Wait, if I go rook c8 d4, I can just take with a pawn. Yeah, so I go here, force a trade of one set of rooks. Still can't go d4 because I just take rook d4 and then I take the rook. Take. Okay, now I have knight g3 maybe. Is rook c7, queen b. Knight g3 d4. Knight g3 d4 trade. Well, it's not quite working. Knight g3 d4. I feel like there's something here. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I feel like there's something here for me. Queen c5 does not look right, although it's probably fine, but it doesn't feel right. I guess I'll still do it and go queen 8. But actually, I mean, I gave him some rook c2 here. Maybe this is not so smart by me, actually. But I can still take the pawn, I guess. I think I made a slight mistake. Yeah, he has rook c2, and I mean, it's a little bit unpleasant. Miss queen f5. Okay, now I'm gonna have to find some way to bail out here, because I allowed this, which is just insane. Absolutely insane by me to allow this. Queen e1 is probably enough to draw with knight g3. Should not have done this. Yeah, queen a7, queen b2 is also a problem. Well, I guess I have queen d4 there. Queen a7, queen f5, rook d2. Oh wait, no, maybe I just take. Queen f5, I do have rook d. Queen f5, I go rook d2, rook c1, queen a6, and I still hold. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. And if queen b2, I think I have to go queen d4 and just force a draw, basically. Yeah, I have to go here. He takes, and it's probably just a draw. If rook f2 trade and rook a1, I mean, black can maybe play, but that feels a little bit scary with an outside pass pawn. And I really should never lose that endgame either. Also, if he takes and trade, I have rook d2. Two outside pawns. I mean, I just refuse to believe. Okay, so I think knight d2 is the only move. I mean, rook d2 is just I guess a safe draw. I'm gonna try to play on with knight d2, which maybe is right, maybe not. Rook d2, queen b3, trade, and queen e5 should be a pretty easy draw. It goes queen b2. Wait, that actually feels slightly off. Go here. Because if he goes knight d7, I can take on e4. If I get king e2 and rook b1, I mean, this outside pawn should play in the endgame. Probably still a draw, though. Goes knight e8. Question is, do I go king e1 or e2? Instinctively, I feel like the king should be on e1 to avoid a pin on the second rank. I can also play f3, I guess. Let's go here. Okay, I can never lose the game, so I can't ever lose. So that's the good news. Let's go here. I want to go rook a7 maybe. Hit the knight. I have a trick lurking, by the way. I do have a trick. Can I? Oh, king d1. He's got knight c5. Ugh. I thought I could maybe trap the rook, but I can't. But I do have rook a. Wait. I do have rook a5 though, and I hit h5. Wait. It's still tricky. Wait a second. It's still tricky. Because now I hit the pawn, and now I have rook h5 too. Wait. How do I do this? If I take and play rook. Let's go here. I am gonna get winning chances now. I'm legitimately gonna get winning chances because now the knight can't jump, and if I win this pawn on e4, I'm gonna be up 2 pawns here. So I'll pre-move this because it's a safe capture. Just d3, but okay, that I don't understand. I just take. There's no mate, and if he goes to either square, I have rook c4, rook a4 here. Okay, wait a second. I think I should actually be winning if I play this correctly. If he goes knight c5, I expected that. I guess, how do I win this? Rook g4 to force the king over seems reasonable. I check king f6. My instinct is okay, king d1 takes. Okay, let's go check. Let's see what he does. I'm up so much time here that I really should just chill. Like, there's no way that I can't not. His idea is rook a2. My instinct is that I somehow have to force him to take the pawn. Here he is, rook a2. How do I force him to take the pawn? I think this is how I force him. I also have rook b4, but then rook a2. Yeah, rook c4 has got to be the right move, though. Because now I can trade and go rook f4. Should be winning. Should be winning. Because now I can go king d2 check and the rook guards the pawn. This is why I threw in the tickle check, so the king's not on g6 guarding the pawn. And I think after king d2 I'm winning. I mean, I assume somehow I can collect this pawn. If I can't collect the pawn, so be it. But it feels like eventually I should be able to collect the pawn and win a 4v2. So I go here. I mean, this should be winning somehow. So I think e4 is a pretty solid first step. And now I can play g3 to consolidate. I can also go rook f5 d5. I can also go rook f3 and just win the game. Actually, rook f3 just wins the game, I think, in a second. e5 also probably wins now, but do I want to do it is the question. Let me think for a second. I have 4 minutes, so it's a lot of time here. e5, king e6 takes, rook d4, rook b2, king f3 here, king f3, rook d2. Probably winning, but still kind of a little bit tricky. Now I go king e3, king e5, rook e4. I mean, I think e5 is actually just winning. Yeah, let me trust my instincts here that e5 is winning. Okay, I take. Now I go here and I go rook d4 and I just collect the pawn. It's 3v1 and this is just cleanly winning. Yeah, I just go here next move, collect the pawn and the game. So I have 3v1. It's all right. It's all right. Go here, collect the pawn. I mean, he has some king g5, but I mean, I just go h4, g3 even. Everything's just winning here. All right. I think he's just gonna probably run out of time or resign here. There's nothing he can really do. Let's take. Yeah, he just resigns. Okay, we got the dub. Hung a piece. See what the standings are. If I don't qualify, that'll be a real tragedy. Okay, I'm still 4th on tiebreak, so I'll qualify, but yeah, really poor. But by losing that game, I really in the end I end up screwing Levon and actually it's Levon, Dubov and Hans. They have no chance to qualify now, I think. Yeah, by losing that game, because I had the best tiebreak of everybody on 6. So yeah, very poor. But yeah, anyway, it's what it is. That's how it goes. Not a big deal. My hair looks like Bishop. Shake it off. Yeah, no, I'm completely fine. I mean, I'm very lucky though. Very lucky.